Welcome to this screencast on features of a report. In this screencast, we will consider similarities between reports and essays, unique features of a report, and you will be asked to complete an activity to help embed this learning. There are a number of similarities between reports and essays. They should both have an introduction and present information based on good quality academic evidence, as well as being properly referenced. They should be well structured, with clear aims stated which reflect the assignment brief. Both should use a formal academic style of writing with a logical flow to that writing. Have a conclusion and, as with all your academic assignments, be carefully proofread before submission. 8 unique features of a report. They should have an abstract or executive summary. This will summarise the report in 1 or maybe 2 paragraphs. Introductions should be brief, aims should be clearly visible. Main body of the text often uses numbered headings and subheadings so the reader can refer to the contents page and find what they want quickly and easily. The conclusion needs to be brief with a summary of any key findings, and this may be followed by recommendations and/or appendices if required. A report will be very factual based, and bullet points are sometimes used to list equipment or to summarise data, and will often incorporate illustrations and graphics. These should be of a good size and plenty of space and be properly labelled so they can be understood at a glance. Text should be in short, concise paragraphs. Reports may need you to think carefully about your vocabulary. You can use a thesaurus to help if required. Read the sample excerpt of report found below. Can it be improved? Can you use concise paragraphs and bullet points? Are the graphs and illustrations clearly visible? Is there a need for any subheadings? Pause the video and press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review the example report. The example report has the abstract mixed in with the introduction, but it should be a separate short paragraph. This is because it needs to provide an overview of the whole report so that the reader can quickly work out if it's useful for their research. This introduction is good because it is brief, but is a bit vague. The aims should be brief and clear. Perhaps bullet pointing each of the aims would make it easier for a reader to identify these clearly. A major oversight in the main body of the example report is that it needs a discussion or analysis section. A report needs to explain and dissect the evidence presented to the reader. The conclusion needs to be brief, state the final position and summarise key findings. This report has an example of the incorrect use of the word "there", so it needs to be carefully proofread. And it includes a separate recommendations paragraph, but this was incorrectly placed in the introduction. There wasn't an appendix in the example report, but the one that could have been included was a copy of the survey used. In the example report, the facts about the station could have been separated out to help the reader understand the most important factors and the lesser important but still relevant factors. The example report uses white space to help the reader see the different sections, but the graphs in the example report had no numbers on axes, making it hard to judge the scale of changes. They were also small, crowded, and the caption was too long. The reader needs to be able to clearly see the data. And finally, keep it concise. Due to the fact that could be replaced with because, language needs to be formal, replace a lot of with many, and no contractions allowed. You can't use can't, it should be cannot. Download the answer sheet for further guidance. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please use the details on the screen to get in touch.